What's going on, B1 family? Boy Big Dick. Welcome back to my Black Universe. So we're gonna do this video much differently than we've done in the past. I don't do them often. Thought about going live, but I was like, if I do it, I need to make sure it's gonna be good. It's gonna be right. I'm gonna have like a backdrop or something to go live. I want it to be um, pretty much perfect. However, I bought a product from Black Elder, blood sugar support. I'm actually gonna test my blood sugar right now with the teledoc system. I am type 2 diabetic. You see, the strip's not used. It's not on. So let's turn it on. Got our alcohol swab. We got our pricker. Uh, do it now. Should be elevated because it's about roughly about an hour after we ate. And I'm drinking some of that Rise coffee. I still got water next to me, so we're gonna drink that in conjunction with this. You can't just pop a pill or even take your insulin and not have no water. You need something to help your body flush all it out, regulate. So fun times. I'm gonna stick this in. My type 2s know what it is. You try to time it. Blood. This is Kool-Aid. Uh, YouTube. All right, it is elevated. 290. After breakfast. I literally just cooked. I feel fine. Submit. Upload complete. It had been 2 hours, roughly been an hour, so it's 290. It probably will go down naturally, but it is what it is. I'm gonna take 2 of these. We'll record the video and then measure our blood sugar. Now, what's in this is turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger. These are 750 milligram capsules, 750 milligrams each. You take 1,500 milligrams in serving. So we got the water in the glass bottle. It's got the little indicators. Me, I try to drink just at least 2 of these a day. That's how I know I stay hydrated enough. Um, so we took that, and then also we're gonna take the black detox drops. For those of us who take insulin and high blood pressure pills and stuff like that, you already know you get dehydrated. Constipation comes with that, and it sucks. So if you can find an alternative way where you don't have to take it like every day, and you can still regulate your blood sugar, I'm all for it. So this, B1 family, this should be a good one. Hopefully, I don't get issues with the music, copyrights, whatever. Okay, everything's under a minute. Looks like I made sure that because some of these got music on it. So we finna go from LGBT to tethers to all kind of mayhem going on these TikTok slash IG streets. B1 family, Pan Africanism, Kai Cenat. His brother had something to say about Black Panther. I almost blocked him, but I listened to him. I heard him out, and I think it's gonna be interesting. And then we got Traders in the Mist. B1 family. Got Traders Miss. We got something funny for you from my brother from Po Folk Music. Hilarious, brother. Very hilarious. We got this sister who's sick and tired of people at our company coming forward. We got some information from a non FBA cat for those who like custom rims and stuff like that. We got Tether showing you they get tired of their own selves. And we got this one sister whose lineage is questionable. And we got this one sister who crashed all the way out. And I think I don't mind it. So let's go ahead and make this full screen be one family. Yeah, I gotta come over here. Ah, let me hold on. Let me go back. I want to make sure I'm not in the way. I'll make myself smaller. There we go. I want to make sure I'm not in the way. And let's get to it.
Watch this, we're gonna talk about it.
I don't know who the fuck need to hear this, but I don't give a fuck what part of the community that I'm from. The moment I had a child, it wasn't about me no more. And as quiet as it's kept, I don't want to raise no motherfucking sissy. Bitch. How about that? I want grandchildren. Now, if you decide to be a part of that lifestyle, I'm all for it. But I'm not enforcing, encouraging none of that. They say, well, Bino, you don't show no love and affection in front of your child. No, bitch. Two men's kissing ain't normal. What happened to a child receiving love? Receiving and seeing it is two different motherfucking things. And I want him to receive it. He don't gotta know shit about what I do in my bedroom. That's grown folks' business, bitch. I'm raising me around this motherfucker.
I don't see what he said wrong. Quiet as kept. I do my best not to show me popping my wife on the ass in front of my kids. My kids are kids. They're kids. When it's time to have those conversations about sexuality and sex and stuff like that, we'll have those conversations then. They kids. Let them be kids. I ain't play R&B music around them like that because a lot of R&B music I like to listen to that we all like to listen to is sexually suggestive. Man, kids, man. I play Michael Jackson song. Every now and then I let them hear songs like Prince, but I let them hear certain songs like "Be There for You Until the End of Time." Be there for it's not Adore. It's called Adore. I let them listen to that. They was like, "Whoa!" The projection on that. They had my kids like, "Yo, whoa, that's an amazing song." But it ain't like "Sexy Motherfucker" that he got, or "Do Me Baby" like you never done before. "Little Red Corvette." I don't play that around my kids. Let your children be children. I respect that brother for that. Oh, and this one, y'all probably seen this one.
Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up at these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them. Again, I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited. I assure you that it would have not been posted. What I meant by shorty in the terminology, the kids were gonna take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as.
Nah, nah. The inflection in your voice said you were interested. You were interested. And I know you guys have probably seen the news. A lot more of these palm cutter teachers going to jail, getting arrested, and all that stuff for inappropriate behavior with children, texting. One of them, dude was in the fifth grade. She talking about, I just want to grab your face and slam you to the floor and make out with you. With an 11-year-old lady? With an 11 family. Come on now. 11 years old? Bit. Anyway,
Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties. They are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were.
we know about the term shorty. We've been saying, I've known about that term since middle school. It's the way you say it. It's not what you say most times, it's the way you say it.
Going to take me down, as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual. That is sick to even think of that.
So my life.
Y'all believe that? Because I don't. Now, this tether right here, I'm going to let all this play for the most part. And then we're gonna get to to why he calls himself a stateless citizen.
Lifelong friend who's a Lutheran just moved to the same place that I am. We're here for different reasons. I got deported. He's doing a study abroad.
Pay attention to that one.
And we've been going back and forth on theology for years. I've talked to him. I've debated his pastor. And so he's asking me where I'm going to church now, find a good Catholic church.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's doing the religious thing. If you notice, a lot of the foreign blacks, yeah, I said it the way I meant it, are really big in religion, which I think it couples with that fleeing spirit. Let's get some outward help, some outward solidarity, because we have none internally. Now he's worried about converting his friend. That's not the part that interests me. The only reason I went and found the second video is because he said he got deported. I was like, oh wait, now you're gonna be interested to know where he got deported from.
Yes, I got deported after 20 plus years and 97+% of my life in the United States. ICE agents picked me up in Chicago.
Now, one thing you said, black Americans are getting deported in Chicago a couple months back. B1 fan, hold on. Let's go back. Let's
Years and 97+% of my life in
we do not care.
the United States. ICE agents picked me up in Chicago.
In Chicago, ICE agents picked him up in where? Chi-Town, where they get up to get down. I'm just letting it marinate, family. This don't mind. I'm good. Just let it marinate. Just let it. What country way say? Let it sizzle in your spirit. But they was black folk are getting rounded up in Chicago and getting shipped out. These black folk, y'all see the hairline, right? Yeah, I didn't say nothing about it, but y'all see it, right?
And threw me in jail for 3 weeks because my parents did not file my paperwork correctly.
How your parents your biggest ops? Mm. How your parents your biggest ops? They didn't follow your paper. In 20 plus years, you could have went back and got it done. Y'all could have double checked in 20 plus years. Ain't no excuse.
They brought me to the United States on a visa, overstayed that visa, had opportunities to appeal it in court, and my father did not show up to court.
Once again, I'm gonna ask, how is your parents your biggest ops? Your father would show. How come you couldn't show up to court? You're a grown man. How come you couldn't show up in court?
Now I'm in the United Kingdom, and this country sucks.
Of course, in the UK, with the brickle brackle and fizzy wickets, with the jacket potato, with beans and tuna, and more beans and more beans and more beans and tuna and cheese.
And it has made me more America first, because you see that outside of London, all of England is a third world country, a dump.
Mm. How come you didn't go back to Nigeria? If the UK's that bad, how come you didn't go to Nigeria?
I hate it here, and I am excited and ready to go back to the United States, but I have a 10-year ban to wait out, and I'm waiting to bring my fiance over because I had a wedding scheduled that I had to cancel. And it's taken everything in me to forgive my parents for what they've done to me and what they've caused.
Once again, how are your parents your biggest ops? $20 says his fiance was non-black. Once again, how come you're not in Africa, bro? If UK is that bad, let's go to Africa. Because last I checked, a whole bunch of Africans are in the UK because Africa's that bad. I'm not capable for nobody. I'm just stating the obvious. Anyway, let's keep going.
But I'll keep going on.
Look, I understand where Mona Leo is coming from of like wanting unity and all of that shit.
Now, for somebody who asked me about Mona Leo and all this stuff, basically with Mona Leo, she did that Sexy Salon record. It died out the gate because it was backed by the Democrats. We saw consciously the professional talker was in the video, and then she went on Eggs and Grits podcast, which I think is in Memphis, and she tried to pop her shit, and she's out the water. Because have y'all been hearing about Mona Leo? Have y'all seen the follow up single? No. Okay.
But at the same time, it's like you asking for unity from people who have already proven that they want to see your downfall. Like, look at this whole immigration ICE thing. How many people have made comments or videos saying like, that we're gonna get deported to I don't know what Neverland, and just was so giddy and so happy and excited to think that maybe at some point Black Americans will be deported. Like you're seeing, I'm seeing other videos where people are undermining all of our accomplishments and saying, "Oh, hip hop didn't start in with Black Americans. It started, I don't know, here, there, and everywhere, but it didn't start with Black Americans. Oh, all those inventions that y'all said that y'all made, y'all didn't really make those. That's a lie. You really want to unify with somebody who wants to see your downfall. That shit is completely naive and ridiculous. It'd be different. It'd be different if the shit was all love from Jump Street, like it was all love on both sides. Yeah,
Facts.
absolutely. Like let's get together, let's like unify, and we good. But when you prove that you want to see me fall, you prove that you don't like me, you prove, oh, well, my family told me that I shouldn't fuck with y'all, that I shouldn't be talking to y'all Black Americans. We look down on y'all. Y'all don't have no culture. Y'all don't have no language. We really don't like y'all. We don't respect y'all. We want to avoid y'all. We want to come over here, and in order for us to be successful, we need to align with everybody except y'all.
Hmm.
It's like that's who you want to unify with. Nah, I'm not with it. So you can call me divisive all you want to, but I'm not trusting nobody that's already proven that they want to see me fail.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. People try to browbeat us into accepting abuse from other cultures and other groups. No, we're not doing that. I did a video, and it's gonna be later on, but there's a video that I did with this one brother. He's an older cat, 53, and his sister, she was basically popping her shit because she knew HR. She didn't say nothing disrespectful. Yes, she had a tone about her, but the way they came at her was wrong. And he was like, I fired, you know, because that sass and said another. That's why I asked him about his age and all that stuff. So what you see is folk expect us all the way around to accept mistreatment like it's normalcy. We're not doing that. We so tired of it, and it's at the end of the video that folk are crashing out. No one's being physically harmed. No one's pulling a weapon. No one's trying to run nobody over. It's just pulling up and showing out in a very effective way without any violence. And then y'all gonna know what happens and how it's happening. But let's let the sister finish.
I'm not unifying with nobody that wants to erase me from history, that wants to erase my existence,
Hmm.
or wants to see me, I don't know, go poof, bye bye into Neverland. I'm good on that. Y'all could, Mona Leo and others, like, you could align with that and get stabbed in the back, but I'm cool. I'm good. Maybe this the idea of
1 second, B1 family. I'm gonna cut this part of the video out, edit, and I'm gonna refill because we're getting low on agua. B1 family, we back. Got a full tank of agua. You know what it is. Now we're gonna let the sister cook.
ethnicity and race really truly is rocket science. I think they may need to start adding this to the rocket science curriculum because it really is extremely difficult for a lot of people to comprehend.
Now, for those who don't want to read it, the question is, What if you're born of the states of immigrant parents? Would that make you Salon? Because, for example, if I were to have kids in England, those kids would be considered English. That's why she made the statement she made. Let her cook.
Question: what if you're born in this of the states of immigrant parents? Would that make me Solon? Because, for example, if I were to have kids in the England, those kids would be considered English. No, they would not. They would be. They would still be whatever you are as an immigrant. Your kids would not be considered English, like not ethnically English. They wouldn't be. That's just like if you're from Nigeria and you move to China and you have kids with another Nigerian, but you guys are in China, your kids are not going to be ethnically Chinese. They're not going to be ethnically Chinese because you guys are immigrants from Nigeria, right?
So yeah, it these folk aren't stupid. They're just trying to find loopholes, and you see now they're trying to find any way to backdoor into reparations because the same people that told us some years back, you'll never get reparations, you never get reparations, are trying to find a backdoor way into getting reparations. Now I don't know why the audio cut out for the rest of this video. I'm not sure what happened, but they know what it is. They play stupid. They play coy, and we're not going for it. That's why we'll continue to delineate.
And if you're a Pan Africanist and you say you're an African, then you need to go back home, Akata.
That's so hilarious. Because though the kind of means stray cat or something like that, we know it's a nasty term for us, but I think it means stray cat. So you're a Pan Africanist? Why are you Pan Africanist here instead of a Pan Africanist in Africa? That's it. That's included to the domestic Pan Africanists. Why aren't you doing it in Africa? Why you come back here? Oh, because of the money generated, the programs, the sacrifices that are made that have given the foundational to Black Americans to get a leg up. Even though the dominant society made sure when y'all came over, they pushed it over to you, majority of it at least, over to your grimy, greasy hands, so y'all can be the buffer class, and then turn around and turn it on you.
Hey, Kaisanet, quick question. I know you busy with that $1 million that you just got from APAC, right? But I remember you saying
He ain't the only one. Floyd Mayweather got some money from APAC. Y'all saw him in there with a homicone and all that stuff, talking about how he's for Israel and all that. I was like, mm, okay.
Black Americans have no culture, they have no identity in America. And I just wonder, I'm asking, what kind of identity do you have to accept money from Israel and join their PR team and try to change and create a more positive narrative around Israel? I wouldn't be shocked if you ended up doing a stream out there, just to clean up the imagery from what was exposed this year and what was, heavily pushed in by a lot of free thinkers and shit. What's funny about niggas like Kai Cenat is that you said that Black Americans have no culture and no identity, but a lot of your collabs, most of your collabs on your show, be Black American rappers. So I'm just wondering, how do you have so little respect for these niggas?
Very good question. Outside of all the star power he's brought on, would anybody know who Kai Cenat was? Be honest. I remember the clips. The clips had a bar. Was Push had a bar, or did he have a? Or was it the hook where he talked about how streamers you could barely fit 30 people in your room, but we're doing arena something like that, something to that effect. I'm gonna let this brother cook real quick. Be one family. I'm finna figure out what's going on with this audio thing. Why it cuts out at the end. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that with some of this, but here's okay. His goes all the way through. I want to make sure we hear his whole thought, cause that's weird. Why it cut out like that on a couple of those videos.
I'm a little late in saying this, but yo, fuck Black Panther. The whole movie Black Panther was an embarrassment to the black people in America. It's a movie about a bunch of Africans somewhere over in this land called Wakanda who has watched generation and generation of people going through war after war, World War One, World War Two, small wars, mediocre wars, big wars. They watched the beginning of slavery to the end of slavery. They watched Jim Crow, redlining, and the whole situation, but never lent a hand to help anyone,
Hmm.
right? With all these superhero powers, they never helped nobody, but they've been around for hundreds of years, right? And especially if we their people. Killmonger went there saying, yo, we got to use this vibranium to help our people all around the world. He told them about the slave ships and everything. And he said, I'm the king of Wakanda, not the king of everyone. And Killmonger's like, yo, we got to go help our people. Like, I was fighting all my life to get here to get this throne just to overthrow you because you're not doing your job and your father's fathers wasn't doing the job. So I'm here to change this shit. So we should have been rooting for Killmonger the whole time and hoping Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther ass, lose. Them people bamboozled us, man. They had us sitting there Wakanda forever and shit after this movie ended, walking around all proud and satisfied when this shit was further from the truth. It's a movie full of embarrassment, like hidden truth right in your face. Even if you guys had the power to help, you wouldn't help. And you have the most power in the whole world. But you're just a hidden secret nation with all this power, but never saved not one person outside of Wakanda. Wow. That
If you think about it, be one family. The first one I heard about, because I was thinking, Chadwick Boseman. We got a love for that brother. I be one brother. He's passed on. He had cancer. I was like, man, our family was like, man, what the hell you talking about Chadwick Boseman? But if you really think about the Wakanda story or the Black Panther story and the way it is, that is literally the mindset of a lot of Africans today. Like if they were up, they wouldn't be worried about us. It's super tribalistic. I'm the king of Wakanda. That's the tribalistic mentality. I'm worried about my tribe. Your tribe need to get their own. Y'all need to do y'all. We look, hey, we just happen to luck up. That tribal warring, tribal beef, it makes sense because think about it. There's the tribe that's in the mountains, and then there's the technologically advanced tribe, which is Black Panther's people, and they do everything they can to keep everyone out. What's going on in Africa? Nigerians and Somalis and all these other people touch down to Ghana. Ghana's getting them out. They're getting them out. Yeah, we know you got conflict in your land, but you from Chad, you from Niger, you got to go. So it makes sense. It felt good in the moment, but if we look at it, it's really very telling of what's going on today. Except what we're doing now is we're flipping the script, we're flipping the story, and saying, I think the tribal thing, I think it's not bad. We're gonna delineate. We're not finna try to do that against you. We're not finna undermine you like you've done us decades past. We're just gonna let y'all do your own thing. We're gonna stay over here in our camp. And ever since then, it's been, oh, xenophobia. You hate us. You hate us. No, no, you're projecting. You've hated us. You've always hated us. You've always tried to sell us the Wakanda package, and we're now seeing that it's not worth two dead flies smashed together. You see what I did there?
says a lot.
Ooh, child, y'all heard about them two girls? They sisters. They was up there.
Now, B1 family, we gotta be careful about the traitors amongst us.
in New York, they was out there helping them folk pass they CDL. One girl even wore a whole goddamn disguise as a man.
That first picture, you still got eyelashes. Like still got blush, makeup blended in. Oh, B1 family, I'm sorry. You, I'm gonna talk.
A whole goddamn disguise as a man with a beard and all kind of shit on to help them folks pass. Her sister worked behind the counter, so it was just a sure thing. Good white folks done locked up 7 motherfuckers behind that shit. Her
Hmm.
sister was the damn supervisor, y'all. She was the supervisor. Get this. Now, even though she had a disguise to come in there and do all this shit, one day she came there with her damn nails done. Forgot the nails, and that's what the lady said she saw that made her say, "What the fuck?" And
I remember my brother Jason Black talking about how the one thing we weren't allowed to do is when we were freed from the plantations, we weren't allowed to go handle the collaborators, the house Negro, if you will, the snitches, the ones that would be around us and go tell master they finna do this, that, and the third on this day. And it shows in modern times. You got people working against us in the camp. But I will say this: delineation allows us to see that more clearly because when you having to deal with an outside enemy and an inside enemy, it is hard to differentiate between the two. It's hard to give fault and blame to a source because you're fighting on two fronts. You be one fan. We our eyes ain't on the side of our heads for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can either turn and focus on them over here or turn and focus on them over here. And the delineating allowed us to put up a wall to say, okay, cool, we finna do some in-house cleaning. So I love that about delineation.
and that's when the damn shit started, the investigation.
The fingernails kind of gave it away.
So they were watching them, boy, they were watching their ass. They said they're watching them on the cameras, just gathering up all this goddamn evidence on them poor people. Good Jesus. They were charging them for $3,000 a pop to get that there DMV certified CD.
James Nurse, Omish Mohan, Renee Sardi, two of these for sure. Well, not FBA. I don't know any FBAs whose last name is Nurse. He might be Jamaican, but most definitely not FBA.
Yeah. Out of all them folks that they helped, only one nigga was able to pass the driving part. All the rest of them ain't passed shit. They didn't pass. They just paid $3,000 for nothing.
And that's another thing with these collaborators with the enemy. You helping people get licenses that can't pass, which means they can't drive. Remember that dude that was the Indian dude who made that goddamn U-turn in the middle of a freaking highway and people died because they ran into him? I just did a video of a dumbass barreling down. There's a big, it was two 18-wheelers, three 18-wheelers, in fact. One was going the speed limit. The other one, he's barreling past him. One was making a left-hand turn, going across. They were in the right-hand lane, going across the right-hand lane. Boom. Dude in the right hand hits him. You got these dumbasses who try to make a quick buck, putting the rest of our lives in danger. Imagine your kid, your little one, man, your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, aunt, uncle, going about their days of family time. This time of year, a lot more cars on the road. And because some dumbass want to make a quick flip, got their lives in danger, and they don't make it home because they need to make 1,500, 2,000. There's a reason why there's a licensure process and that you have to show you're competent to drive these big mofos. You're carrying anywhere between 20 to 60,000 pounds of cargo, and you can't stop. You basically a train that it's not on the track.
But Buddy, who passed, he was working a whole job at the little dump place, and they ended up saying they finna fire him because he don't really righteously get his CDL. Now that's fucked up. The two sisters, Kanisha Middleton and Jamie Middleton, and the other girls that worked there that was helping them pass them on through, Tawana Whitfield and Satoya Mitchell. They all facing felony charges. Word on the street is they probably be there for like 1 to 2 years or some shit like that. Maybe get a probation. I don't know. Maybe hopefully it's just a slap on the wrist. They were.
I ain't hoping to slap on the wrist. Leave their ass in there. Make them responsible for anybody that get killed or that would have gotten killed. Go back and find all the records of all the people they've quote helped. Cause she's been doing that. That ain't the first time. You just caught her because she got comfortable, got caught slipping.
They're trying to help because you know that shit hard as hell to get that goddamn CDL to do the test. But shit, they couldn't even pass the damn driving part. The other folks, I don't know.
Welcome.
Now, be one family. There's a brother. His name is Po Folk. He's an artist. He been cut up on TikTok so much so the real Po Folk you can't find anymore. They reported it, but he has a backup page. But you check him check him out. I'm gonna let him cook. I ain't gonna say nothing through this whole thing. Get ready to laugh.
Welcome to Chili Links, where we make food for the whole family. Baby Godzilla arm nuggets. Baby Godzilla arm nuggets. Watch as we prepare. First, we thoroughly clean the baby Godzilla arm. Then we chop into nuggets. Then we place into signature dirty wok. Add some kimchi, apple juice, Worcestershire sauce, paprika, and cocaine. Incorporate all the undeliciousness and place nuggets on hot grill. Brush with some butter sauce and cook on high for 15 minutes and 15 seconds. And there you have it. Chili Lings! Baby Godzilla arm nuggets. Chili Lings! Where we make food for the whole family.
You see why they took his face down? Because he had a whole bunch of them. I didn't get him out, but he had a whole bunch. And you see that's his website, pofolkmusic.com. If y'all want to support that brother, go support that brother. Oh, man. He hadn't, I don't think he's brought those back just yet. I hope he does. I hope they let him get them. And he can bring those back because that's hilarious.
Oh, your Chili Ling apparel. Shop at pofolkmusic.com today.
Now, this sister, me watching all the black people welcome other races to our culture and safe space, but will easily scroll past a black person video. Incorrect. You're watching all the black tethers, all the black immigrants led folks to our culture. But family, we have never been one to say, let's invite all the white folks to the cookout. All because you can do a little dance, you can pop lock. And we like, oh, okay, that's cool. But how you get that perfect credit score, Tanner? That's what we want to know. You want to come to the cookout. Me, I've never used that term. It's always been a barbecue or a get together. You trying to come to the get together. I need to know how I can get this this money from the bank so I can get my business popping. I get perfect business credit, but I keep getting denied. How do I do that, Tanner? Kind of let me know how to do that. If you want to come to our events and be amongst us, we need some tangible information. We need that inside track. Damn, you being able to do a little dance halfway on rhythm, and we're like, oh, okay, come on. That's tethers and tethers only. So, sister, you're sadly mistaken. It's not just black folk. It's tethers, tethers. And I think this brother's non-FBA because I'm looking at how tight he got the do-rag and the facial structure, but he did make a good point. I'm gonna let him cook a little bit.
Yo, anybody else notice how like non-black people do not be having smoke for white people? Like white people can say the most outlandish things to any other race of people.
Not can say, they do say the most outlandish things to any race people. What's his name? Patel? Vivek Ramaswamy? And what's the other Indian name? Talking shit about them on the internet for the whole world to see. And they put their head down.
Besides black people, but guess what? While they might defend themselves at times, they're gonna default back to being like, hey, but you view us better than the blacks, right? Like, you think we're better than the blacks, right?
He's not wrong. And unfortunately, brother, because I'm looking at your facial structure, I perceive you from the islands. Some of your folk do the same thing. When they hit it with a well, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. I'm not black, I'm Trinidadian. I'm not black, I'm St. Lucian. So you got some in-house cleaning to do, brother. I doubt he's African. I think just looking at the facial structure, he might be Haitian or Jamaican, but I'm pretty sure he's Caribbean.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Out, I have a question for Taj.
Now, the sister I was telling you about, that one brother was talking about how he fired for the assassinus. And I need to go on his page. I'll probably do that later. Go on his page and see a little bit more about him, because I think he probably got a white woman. Something tells me he's a divester. He's a swirler. He don't like black women.
So crazy.
Out, I have a question for Taja. She happens to not have her camera on, and I wanted to know why. Hello, Taja.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Did you not hear my question?
No, I must have missed it. I didn't hear a question directed towards me.
I just asked about the camera being off. Yours specifically.
I see. Well, typically, when someone is addressing me with a question, it's directed towards me, including my name and then following up with the question.
Taja, why is your camera off?
Because it's not within our company policy as a requirement for me to have my camera on.
She's not wrong. Now, some of us, we've been trained to think, oh, you're not doing that. Just go along with the get along. Going along with the get along has gotten us where we are now. It's why it's taken us decade upon decade upon decade upon decade to get to where we are now. Going on with the get along is basically putting your head down and just taking the licks. Damn that. She didn't say anything disrespectful. Was she being a little petty? Yes, she was. But he did not directly address her. What he did was basically the equivalent of you're mad at somebody or you got a problem with somebody. You got a mutual friend. Somebody you got a problem with is within earshot. You tell mutual friend, you say, hey, yo, Kevin, tell John until he apologizes for eating my sandwich, I have nothing to say with him. John's right there. Your voice is elevated enough so John can hear you say what you said, but you won't say it to him directly. You're trying to go through the source. That's basically what he did. That's disrespect. So, Lady Sister Hannah, she didn't raise her voice. She noted what was said. She noted it wasn't said directly to her. And she's noted, hey, I'm within company policy. We have seen too many of our uncles and aunts and stuff make the sacrifice of working outside of the policy, going above and beyond, going hard to paint, and still getting let go, especially around this time of year. A lot of folks get let go around this time of year. We've seen that. So what's she doing? I don't think she's wrong.
Well, Josh and I both have our cameras on, so I believe that yours should be on, to show that you're a team player.
Well, per my last conversation, let me go ahead and pull that up here, documented in the Playbacks app with Josh and yourself included. On separate occasions, you've both conceded to the point that the camera being on during meetings is not a requirement. However, if this is...
Let's take this offline.
Oh, no. We'll go ahead and keep this online since you brought this online. Kevin, I see that you're an individual who is very passionate about your perspective, so I want to hear the rest of it.
I don't see what she's doing wrong. She keeping professional. And I think that's one thing we have to learn how to do, is how to professionally clap back within the policy. Because the policy is written documentation. They violate the policy, now you can sue. And they understand that. I think too often we try to do both. We try to maintain our integrity and we try to do what they ask us to do, which violates policy or even goes outside of the policy. And then when it's time to come back and say, hey, nah, man, y'all doing me wrong, well, it's too late. Well, you were violating the policy. Man, but you told me to do this. Well, you didn't have to. We run into that. And now we're sitting stuck in the crux, trying to figure out how to pick the pieces of our life back up. Family, stay within that policy. Keep documentation. Yes, you got to do it. Yes, it's extra work. Yes, it is. But damn it, you got to do it. My wife's aunt-in-law, she had to sue UPS because they literally had her training all the people for the promotion she was going out for. They would hire them, she would train them, and they get the promotion. Literally back to back to back to back. So she had to sue to get the promotion. This was over a decade ago. So Negroes coming to you now talking about, no, you gotta that zest and that sass and that this and whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm staying within the policy because we deal with microaggressions all the time. When I first started as a imaging engineer for Siemens Medical, Siemens Healthineers in 2019, picture, badge. And I'm one of them pull my picture up. I'm just gonna post it for anybody who says, oh, you were. I'm gonna post it up. 2019. I go in there, I got my dolly, tools on it. Walking in, hey, Victor Siemens, I'm looking for radiology. Literally, these old little crinkly flower bag built nurses with their little glasses. Oh my. Literally. It's this way. That's a microaggression. Because what you're telling me by your actions is you can't believe I'm an engineer that works on a CT scanner. By the way, I work on Nuke Med and Spec and PET now. I'm more trained. Not a fan of Nuke Med, but I'm for the most part I know how to work on it. That's what I would get. That's a microaggression. So I feel the sister. I'm within policy. She don't want a camera on. She's at the meeting, more than likely on time. And I might try to go back and find the other videos she has where um Dad took some time off. It's something. I'd rather just do it in a whole different video. I'm gonna let the sister cook though. But yeah, don't stay within that policy. Know your policy. Read the policy and know it. Keep it documented. Put it in your chat GPT so you can search for it. Put it on your MacBook or whatever, and use that control. If you're on a MacBook, it's Command F. If you're on a personal PC, it's Control F, and then search what you're saying. That way you ain't gotta just read through. You can hit search on that document in PDF, and you should be able to find it. And if you want a video on that, let me know.
Taja, please.
No, no, no. In fact, let's continue this conversation with a member of HR present.
Hey, why don't leave her alone? Leave this sister alone. Y'all need to leave this sister alone. I love the energy. The whole time she like, I know the policies. And you're not finna bully me. And I love this energy now, because it used to be a time where you felt like, oh yeah, let me just, acquiesce and, assimilate, and I can keep my job. And that's a handsome looking brother right there, if I do say so myself. A lot of us. All right, I'm gonna pass it. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I forgot I had all that on there. All right, so this brother, I think he's Trinidadian, and this is not. If you got a problem with let me say this in no certain terms. Delineation is the best thing for us to do. If we come across non-FBAs who got a nugget of information that we can use to better our situation, considering that we've opened the door for them, because see, there's something about having a camera and a microphone that makes people want to talk. And I think too often, because we're having a delineation where somebody's running their mouth and telling too much information, we shut our ears because, okay, well, you're not FBA. I don't want to hear anything you got to say. If I hear you talking, you start giving up game, guess what I'm finna do? That's what I'm finna do. Huh? This ain't even. Yeah, I'm ears on it. Ears on it, because I'm finna bring it back to my people. I'm finna bring it back to my people. So wait, so what? They did all the legwork. If they doing all the legwork, let them. We did all the legwork. Our ancestors got their asses whooped on, bit on, fire hoses. We did all that legwork, got nothing out of it. If they gonna do a whole bunch of legwork, white folk gonna let them in these circles where they can learn all this information, and they want to bring it to the internet where we can soak up the game and the knowledge, and we turn around and use it for ourselves. We gonna do that. We're gonna stay delineated, but we finna get the game. So I'm gonna let him talk, and I think he's Trinidadian just by listening to his accent. He might be Jamaican, but I think he's Trinidadian.
All the time, if you represent a company, don't go in the comment section because you're going to look stupid. You can tell anybody what you want to tell them, but with somebody who understands supply and demand, you can't come to me with that bullshit.
Trust me, don't invite me to your facility because I don't want to come. There's nothing you can show me at that facility to. I've gotten so many invites to go to so many from HRE, go way back. I don't want to see it because
he mentioned the name HRE, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I was a big fan of this coming up in the scene. See, Big One Family. The most dangerous thing is the information you don't know that you don't know. The HREs you see as JTX Forge, probably Corleone Forge, and all these other places. From what it looks like, and I'm seeing this on TikTok a lot. Now this is IG. I found this on IG today. On TikTok, they're showing how all these Asian companies have all the CNC machines. I think the rub in the flip was, oh, we tell you, hey, made in the USA. They just finished in the USA. Similar to a lot of these Italian handbag companies. They have it started in China. They get their leather from Nigeria for the cheapest. China gets it, prep it, and do it. It comes over to Italy, and then they put the Gucci on, the Louis Vuitton, and all these other things, the Birkin, and all these other things on it. They take it to the next level, and that says made in so and so because they've lobbied. They got the money to. They lobby with politicians where made in my state or made in my country means, well, as long as it's 10% of the bag or 15% of that manufactured product, then it can be labeled made in this country. And I think that's what we've been getting. Let's think about it. And he's gonna say it here. And you know what? I'm gonna let him cook, and I'm gonna interject in. I'm gonna let him cook because he goes for like 3 minutes.
there's nothing you could show me to excite me that China hasn't showed. Their manufacturing is on a whole different scale. That you guys are playing catch up. Catch up. As a matter of fact, let me start debunking the bullshit you just said. Let's get the first thing out the way. You're not ordering raw material from China because it would look like this.
This is a raw material. You don't have a 12-ton press. Where's your 12-ton press? You don't have one. You don't have one. Everybody can read what the shipment says. If you were importing raw material, it tells you you're importing raw material. People, they're very detailed to the products you import into the country. And you're making wheels, even on a CNC, just to cut the design. For people who don't know, how many hours do people work?
I just want you to see it. We're going to pause it. One wheel. Rough cut, face and barrel. 30 minutes to 2 hours. Fast on a 5-axis machine with aggressive tooling. Those are super expensive. And you have to import those because you know what they did? This is what I was going to get to in the beginning. They outsourced all that. Made in China wasn't really a thing. China was associated with piss poor quality. But they kept outsourcing it and pushing things to China, Mexico, Canada to circumvent us. Because remember, the factory, your grandmama used to walk to, your great grandmother used to walk to, grandmothers for, if you're around my age, grandmother, great grandmother, and some of you great great used to walk to, was in the neighborhood. The house was down the street, around the corner. All the neighbors, Miss Johnson, what's going on, Mr. What's going on, Mr. Jones? I'm doing all right. You ready to get this shit going? Yes, sir. Everybody walked there, the lunch pails. Everybody knew when they was gonna go in. They went in. They went on their lunch. They got off at a certain time and walked home, saving a bunch of money, making a bunch of money. Pensions, they were buying cars, they were buying houses. And what they do, especially when they realize, like, oh, wait a minute, these black folks, especially because the church was a big thing. So you go to church, you're putting your money in the church, you're giving back or whatever. The Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, all these civil rights movements that were happening. They said, oh shit, how are they doing this? What they do? They hit us with whammy bammy. The factories got to get up out of there. Send them anywhere. Get them out. Send them to Mexico. Send them. I don't care. Send them somewhere. What they do in the schools? Woodworking, mechanic shop. My pops had to tell me about that. My dad's 60 something years old. My dad was born in 63. Stop 6, Texas. When they had woodworking and shopping, you could go to school and you could graduate school into plumbing. You came out of school working plumbing, HVAC, electrician, carpentry, mechanic. You literally graduated school and started working right out of high school. No college debt. So it makes sense that China, over the last I'm 41. My dad's 63. So no, my dad's 62. He had me when he was 21. So that would have been what, 45, 50 something years of China having to develop and having the money because everyone's getting everything built in China. Your cell phone, your iPhone, your Samsungs, your Galaxies, pretty much all your devices, newer, little microphones built over there. They only gonna get better. And they got Japan. Mitsubishi is one of the biggest companies in the world. We know them for the little bit cars they make that nobody likes no more. I think they do that for tax write off because Mitsubishi makes TVs, they make tractors, they manufacture a lot of stuff. So you don't think somebody in Japan is manufacturing these CNC machines and trying to get to reverse engineer it and start making their own? When Trump was saying doing the tariffs and all that stuff, Nathan and Sons, they were trying to get a machine from overseas so they can keep making manufacturing their gum and all um the packaging so they can do that. But it had to come from China, so which means they had to go to customs. So all these companies talking about, yeah, we do it over here. It's kind of hard to believe now if you think about it, family. So that's the reason why I'm playing this, because I want a young black man, especially when they get in these car culture, don't sit there going broke trying to buy stuff that they got to get from China. Do shit yourself, man. Figure out how to get this going for yourself.
Each day, 8 hours, correct? You know how long it takes to cut one wheel on a CNC? You guys it, 8 hours. It takes 8 hours to cut. That's only to cut. Everyone who ordered their wheels from a manufacturer in China knows, because when you order your wheel, they do the design, they put it in CNC. You know how long it takes them just to make the wheel. I've been to facilities in China that has 100 CNC machines, 200 CNC machines, and they're still back ordered. They're taking in orders from the US and they're still back orders. Imagine companies here in the US only have 10 CNC machine. How back ordered, just be selling wheels here to customers, how back ordered they would be. Then you're telling people, oh, you ship products from all over the world. No, you don't. No, you don't. You only ship products from China. When you import products to the US, for all who doesn't know, there's a manifest that's being kept. This is what custom do. They keep these records. Everything you import is being recorded from every country. You can lie to anybody. Nigga. These are the only two manufacturers that you're currently working with.
And I'm pausing that for the young man or young women who want to get into this. And if y'all want to go follow him, at least just to get the information he got and take it and flip it and do your thing with it, do it. Damn it, do it. We not finna let people go get rich off of us and leave us with crumbs, man. We been in the fields. We tilled the fields. We built the houses. We create this muff. We are no longer gonna allow folk to relegate us to hot dogs and hamburgers when we're the reason why they can eat a steak. We flipping it. B1 family, flip that shit. And if you want to know what I'm putting in my scheme, this is black owned, brother out of Atlanta, homie Duro, Nature's Buttery Blend. I, yesterday it was a sister who, her grandbaby, severe eczema on his eyelids, on his legs, like bad. She's saying the medicine that they gave him, he basically his skin just soaks it all up. So I recommend this to her. I told him let them know My Black Universe Center. That's my homie. I literally got this man's number. So, hopefully she can get that for the baby, and it can provide some relief. And yeah, I'm gonna let this brother finish, man, because I can get into it, bro. I can get into it. I get passionate about this.
These are the manufacturers you're working with right now. These are the ones that are supplying you with product. Everything you order for every month is coming in from where? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. What are you importing? Every month. Your full import record? Sir, I could dig you up, bro, and I could backdate you from the day you start the business.
Hold on. Let's look at that. Let's go to that real quick, family.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
14,700 kilograms. Let's see how many pounds of material that is. I'm gonna do that right there here on the phone. Shh. 17. Hold on. What I do? So 17,000. Okay, they got a 27,000. So, but 17,400 kilograms is 38,360 pounds to be one family. Put in your phone. I will show it to you. No, put it in your phone. Put any one of these weights in your phone and have it converted. And we're the ones spending 10 grand on wheels. When there's people on TikTok saying they're spending $1,200, $1,600 getting it shipped. What could you do? What you could do, boy? If you found out your wheels were really 2 grand shipped, and you had 10 grand, but that's what you got 7,500 left to do what you want to with it. Put a system, put a custom interior. And there's a brother that makes seat covers down there in Atlanta. And I don't think he's in Atlanta. He's in Georgia for sure. I don't know if he's in Atlanta. That makes seat covers. He 3D scans them. What? You can do your own thing and save a bunch of money. We giving folk tens of thousands of dollars because we think we're getting a reputable product from a U.S. made a product that's made in the U.S. when really it's finished in the U.S. but it's made in China.
With me. What are you importing? Every month. Your full import.
I'm sorry, family. Excuse me for burping. First shipment on file was in 2022. 60 bills of lading on file for JTX Forge. Now, family, if y'all they're in Glade Farm to Market Road, 1252 West Gladewater. They're in Texas for sure. Interesting. If y'all would like for me to do a breakdown and just go back and find out everything I can find out and what these cats are making and how much we can cut them out of, because we don't get none of that. Nobody will put it back in our neighborhood. And if you notice, a lot of these manufacturing companies, they'll build something in a black neighborhood or close to it. They have an audio shop or whatever because they can get a building for cheaper. They pay little to no tax, but they don't do nothing for the neighborhood but make money and then go back to the other side of town.
Record, sir, I could dig you up, bro, and I could backdate you from the day you start the business. I know which supplier you use the most, and I know who else used the same supplier. I could tell the time the shipment.
I'm just pausing so I can read it, family, because I listened to like the first 2 minutes, like not the first 2 minutes, but like the first minute and a half, and I was like, dang, there's gonna be some good information for the family. This is this is diabolical. How much we just don't know because we just don't know.
Gets here, I could tell the name of the vessel, I could tell the weight, I could tell where it was delivered, and everybody can see your shipment route. All your products are coming from China and going to where? Fanboys who love the dick ride brands, you don't know shit about this industry, and you should shut your shit up. You don't know anything. You don't even know how the aluminum was mixed. You have never seen it. You don't know. Lies never hurt anyone. It's always the truth. The truth always offends someone.
I can't disagree with him. He's not FBA, but he gave some great information. Now, this is two non-FBAs showing how their culture is.
America.
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad. May I please have some meat?
Yeah. How much?
Give me $10.
$10 worth?
Yeah.
Okay. $10 worth.
Can I please have this one?
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the culturally speaking, he can't control himself because we all know your ass ain't reaching over with your fingers over my barbecue for no reason. But they're trying to make a point, so we're gonna let that ride for now, just for them trying to make the point.
Okay.
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want something with a little, like, fat on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just that way. Yeah, that one right
Okay.
there.
Alrighty.
Right.
This
Thank
is
you, thank you
this
very
$10.
much. Yeah.
Do you want some onions?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the side.
On the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too big.
That's too big?
Yeah.
Alright. Get it a little slight. Is that thin enough?
Perfect.
Okay. Alrighty. I hope you enjoy this.
Oh, it's gonna taste delicious. I can
Yeah,
tell.
I know you're gonna enjoy it. Right. You just pay the guy when you get there, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Africa.
How much?
Okay. Okay.
I want the plates now.
Okay, you don't have to come and stand on top of me.
It's okay.
Oh!
My shoes, give me a plate, $10.
What type of wizardry is this? Please stand here. I will get it for you.
A plate now, hurry up now.
$10.
$10. Hold on. This one. And this one.
Okay.
What?
This one. Is it your meat? Is it your meat?
Now.
Did I tell you to come and ruin my market? Is this your meat?
Now. I don't going to chew.
You cannot choose here. I give you what I want. What I want is what I give you.
It's okay.
You know what? I'm bigger. Carry me.
They making light, but ain't this the same people talking about how loud our women be and they just be so loud? What's up? Hey, what the hell you yelling for? And we don't have no culture. We at least have sense enough to come over and talk to you. First off, ain't no Black American, foundational Black American, putting their hand over nobody meat. That's something we are. That's enough. Boy, unwritten rule number one. At the table, you don't reach over my plate for no reason. You might get slapped. You might catch a fork in your finger. But don't reach over my plate. That right there. Oh, let me get. Who you finna get something? You finna get something. You better watch it.
It's all pastries.
Now, B1 family. This sister right here says she's Black American. I don't believe that. Because what she talked about, and then I went to her page and I went to her links. And no, she don't have an OnlyFans. But I went to her links and I was like, I don't think you're fully Black American. I think there's some dual allegiance in there. But we're going to let her talk and we're going to go through what I found.
That said that the reason why Mexicans eat weird meats like panza, tripa, pata, cerdo, todos esos tipos de carne is because the Spanish would give them leftover cuts of an animal that they were not going to eat. So the Spanish would take all of the best cuts and then they'd give the rest to the indigenous mestizos, etc. And I thought that was so interesting because the same thing happens in my culture as an African American. Like the reason why we eat chitlins, we fry.
I have nothing against the way she pronounced those Spanish words. Right. Historically, we've always shown respect to other cultures. Now you get us roasted. We'll say something wrong on purpose just to piss you off. But why are you taking what they got going on and bringing us into it? That's when I was like, where did it brought from?
Things a lot is because we were always given either partially rotten or the worst parts of an animal to eat, and both of us have excellent food.
Once again, that dual allegiance thing. What they got to do with us? Especially in the time we're delineating. This is one of her newer videos. It's not an old video. It's one of her newer videos. I went on her page.
Soul food, Mexican food is literally top tier. It beats any kind of American cuisine and any kind of Spanish cuisine whatsoever. I love how both
soul food, Mexican food. Once again, I know some of y'all point out this name right here. That's her IG handle. Why are we getting lumped together? Why are we getting lumped? And this, and you know, because I nothing against my darker skinned sisters, lighter skinned sisters. My sisters are my sisters. Black women, y'all are beautiful. We love it. But why you? Because black folk can stand on their own too.
Both of our cultures have taken the bottom of the barrel cuts in produce and turned it into something beautiful and delicious. I don't know. It just shows our ingenuity and palates.
Us. But you say you black American.
Because we really did that. Like, soul food is so good, and so is Mexican food. Like,
and then I went to this a link tree. Donate to help Harache helps. Harache, that's not a black American name. And that's not what stood out the most to me. Help my tia, which is the Spanish word for aunt, fight stage 3 colon cancer. First off, we're not coming for the fact that aunt got stage 3 colon cancer. We've all lost family members to cancer. All right, so we're not heartless, but you're telling on yourself. I'm like, yo, Tia, no black American woman's gonna call her black American aunt Tia. Now, I'm not sure which lady it is that has cancer. I presume it's this lady. I'm not sure if it's this lady. Either way it goes, Myra A. Castillo. Okay, no, I'm sorry, that's who donated. My bad, family. Hold on. But Hermione, in the battle of cancer, that's not FBA face, B1 family. That's not FBA face. And once again, even if you say, well, this is probably her aunt, who calls their black American aunt Tia? And we can go back down here. Myra A. Castillo. Latinos don't support us like that. If they doing anything, they're getting a product when it comes to quote supporting us. It's whether some type of entertainment, comedy shows, rap, food, like Chillburger. Chillburger, Bun B, I think his main cook is Latino. So Latinos gonna come support because that's working there. What? A Latino. They love the culture, so they support that. They love comedy, so they support that. But typically, we don't have Latinos donating in support of anything we got going on unless they have a vested interest, which is culturally. So yeah, B1 family, keep delineating. Keep delineating. Because you got folk out here in modern times still trying to blend us together. Now, B1 family. These are the last couple videos coming up. And we're going to be done with this segment. But this sister drove 3 hours to go see a white man and said something nasty under one of her comments. Go get you some popcorn. Go get your bev. Go outside and get your own coffee. You sipping on some liquor. Sit back and enjoy.
I think this is the right building. I think this is his car. All right. Let's see how this goes. Hello. I'm looking for a mic. Does a mic work here?
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
Sure. What's this about?
Are you Mike?
Yeah.
Can I step inside? It's cold.
Sure.
Thank you. How you doing? Nice to. So, a couple days ago, you left a comment under somebody's comment section. Do you remember that by any chance?
Not really.
It was regarding Tennessee, District 7. Yeah, well, John, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was that person that you commented under. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy world. But I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you? It's not cool, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity and apologize, or I'm gonna show your wife the grounded account I found. How do you feel about that?
Not yet.
Right. It's crazy world out here. So I did make this apology. In case, you don't have to. I understand it's hard, but all you have to do is read this nice little apology I wrote. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mike,
Uh-huh.
do apologize for my actions.
Uh-huh.
And I see the consequences of my actions.
Uh-huh.
And I will not do
Say it
this.
louder.
I will not do this to anyone else ever again.
Oh, good job, Mike. Thank you. I'll take that back from you. Yeah, I need that for other people. It was really nice meeting you. And
This is the comment.
Let's come back. Just in case you were reading the captions, it wasn't a Gritter account. It was a Grinder account. Grinder is a gay man app for gay men who want to seek other gay men for bussy activity. She was letting them know you can apologize, or your wife's gonna know that you like bussy. You got a hankering for Bucci. She drove 3 hours to see Buddy. What did he say? Well, for those who want to say, well, how do we know that's her video? If you notice, there was two TikToks overlapping each other. People went and downloaded the video. She since privatized her page. She got a bunch of followers. She privatized her page, understandably, because people coming and getting information and making a big to do. But folk are tired. And this is what he said. Let me know if you think she went overboard.
That Mike had to apologize for. Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, Kwanzaa, and the list keeps getting bigger. At what point will you people be grateful and stop fucking whining? I'm just here because black people fatigue. I'm tired of the unruly N-word mentality and lack of...
Oh, TikTok let him write that and not say nothing. But you write certain things, it'll let you know. No, that's IG. IG will let you know your caption. Hey, that's got reported before. But TikTok let him write that.
Basic home training has nothing to do with whining. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but a lot more white folks ... The options were apologize or I show your wife the Grinder account that I found.
it is with a heavy heart that I will have to inform some individuals that their lives might be irreparably damaged from what I do, whether that be today or tomorrow. After making 2 small posts about District 7 in Tennessee, many people felt that this was their opportunity to come under my comment section and leave hateful, absolutely disturbing comments. And I think it is evident that y'all have never met an individual like myself.
Folk tired. Folk tired.
Hi, Mr. Villain you made. May I call you Mr. Villain? So I come in peace. Don't mind the beeping battery. We fixing that soon. So people are asking, and inquiring minds want to know what the man said, and we respect the fact that you don't want to tell us, be a little gagged, but we respect that. But I just came to point people out, at least to the videos that you made that started this whole thing in the first place. So here's one. This is the first one you need to go to, and then the second one is this.
So the villain you made, her page is private now. Her page is private, so you can't unless you follow her. And I guess she gotta prove you. You ain't gonna be seeing nothing. She might not have a page no more, but yeah.
This one is like the follow-up video to the first video. That's what started this whole thing, what she was talking about in these videos. And then the man said something stupid, and now we're here. And we love it here. Can I start the fan club? Can I be part of the committee? I don't need to be the president, but I just want to make sure that this continues, because I'm here for it. Where's season 2? Where's episode 2, I should say? We ready?
And yeah, B1 family, that's it. Let me know what you think about all the information and everything that I've presented to you today. And real quick, it's time. I gotta go grab me another alcohol wipe. I ain't got no more in my little bag, I don't think. I got some more clouds, baby. I did not put another one in here. And I think this is on my last strip. And it's time for me to re-up anyway, family. The last one. So we're gonna see what our blood sugar look like. See if it's dropped it some, helped out some, along with the water. So I'm gonna cut out the video part of me getting up and sitting back down. All right, B1 family. Now I have been drinking Rise coffee, but it doesn't have a ton of sugar or nothing like that in it. So we see how that does, considering what I've been drinking. So it's been mushroom coffee with their mushroom creamer. So we got a brand new sealed. Ain't never been open. No, this is the one. It's not the brand new seal. This is the brand new seal. Put that in here. Let's see how well this helps. And we'll keep taking it, and we'll be watching what we eat as well. You can't just take a product, eat horrible, and expect the product to be effective. Take this one. Take this out. This little lancet. Take it out and put a new one in. Just so you know, we ain't reusing nothing. Folk like to be trollish. The one we used was blue. The one we're using now is purple. Do not reuse these. I hope nobody's reusing them. I know my B1 family ain't doing that. Because that's nasty. Mess around getting an infection. Or Josh. That's it. Let's grab this one, the last one out of this. Let's get it prepped. We'll clean it. We did the middle finger. Oh, I didn't push it all. Oh. Push it all in. Let's do the ring finger. Clean it, disinfect it. Place the strip over in. It's cocked and loaded. I didn't get that good of a prick, however. It's gonna act. They ain't gonna like it. Prick the same finger again. In a different location. For those who want to avoid this, watch what you eat. Stay active. Stay active. Stay active. Stay working out. No matter what. Men keep muscle on you. I think right here is probably better. There we go. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, that should be enough. Yep. All right, last one's 290. This one's 252. And I think, and of course, over time, as you do better and you take more, your body starts utilizing it better. So yeah, this is, of course, this is after I. It'd probably be a little bit lower if I wasn't drinking this. Um, so we gotta be smarter, eat less breads, less carbs, more protein, more veggies. So this is an option to help. Is it a substitute? No. It's not a substitute, but it's an option to help you maintain, especially if you don't want to have to take it every day, take your insulin every day, if you're not insulin dependent, because that plus high blood pressure pills and all these other pills, we know it tends to constipate us. So, um, yeah, family, that's it. That's all I got. If you need the website to Black Elder, let me know in the comments below. I'm grateful for you guys. I don't know if I'll be doing another video like this before the end of the year. but I'll still be bringing you whatever heat, whatever knowledge I can, when I can, going into the new year. Peace and be one.